Bible needs a believer. Amen. Every girl needs a diamond on her hand. Every beer needs a cooler and a couple of friends like me. Every small town needs a church with a pew. Every guitar needs 3 chords and the truth. Every pickup truck needs a road to go down, so every guy like me can get his hands around a cold beer, a King James, a good girl with his last name, a radio on with an Aldane song on the back road, with a nice cold beer after a hard day's work, a Sunday to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer. Every heart needs a feeling to fall in love. Every prayer needs an answer from up above. Every whiskey needs Kentucky or Tennessee. Every cowboy needs him some Wrangler jeans and a cold beer, a King James, a good girl with his last name, a radio on with an old Hank song on the back road, with a nice cold beer after a hard day's work, a Sunday to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer. Every guy needs a cold beer, a King James, a good girl with his last name, a radio on with the George Jones song on the back road, with a nice cold beer after a hard day's work, a Sunday to go to church, a prayer, a kiss, and amen to this right here. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer. Here's to Jesus, girls, and cold beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flagging, got it down back. This late night red eye overtime heavy. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst Blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance, staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, Drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot, jukebox, when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back, like a Kodak. And I'm smiling, cause you're right on time. And finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst Blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst or two and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G with our Friday anthem song, Hello Friday. We're glad you're here, and we're getting you ready for the weekend. It's going to be a pretty nasty, rainy weekend. We've got thunderstorms and some tornado warnings down in Arkansas in the viewing area of Branson, Missouri. Hopefully everything's good where we can stay on the air for the next 3 hours, but we've got 3 hours of the best in new country coming at you. Jesus, Girls, and Cold Beer. My good friend Mark Ware, who I have met in Branson, Missouri, kicking off the show tonight. We're going to have a great radio interview with him in the very near future, and you want to stick around. I've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight. I've got my buddy Kenny Curcio from New Jersey up first, and then in hour number 2, Michael Schott is going to join us on the program. 13 years young, and he's got some great stories behind his songs already, so you're going to hear those as well. We are on a bunch of radio stations that I want to give a shout out to and thank them for replaying the show. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We are also SoundRaveRadio1.com. I want to give them a big shout out. Hot and Funky Radio and KWRadio.com. You can check out the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you stream music. Just search the Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to what I call New Country's Best. Boy, that's what we got on the playlist tonight. How about this next one? Brian Mars. Here's a great Friday song, She Goes Good with Tequila on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
She makes everything sweeter. You know it when you meet her. She's got kisses that'll change your life. It's like double shots when you get what she's got. I can taste it on her lips tonight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. She makes everything better on a Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. summer. She's warm and she's warmer, smooth on her roughest day. She makes it go down easy. You better believe me, you'll never wanna drink it straight. She goes good with tequila, like salt and lime. She makes everything better on a Saturday night. She looks good under neon, dancing all night long. She goes good with tequila and a good country song. She goes good with tequila and a good country song.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
When you were playing lovers, you thought you were alone. I was always in his mind, knowing he'd be home. You noticed he left early to get back home to me. He didn't know I knew the things he didn't want me to see.
I was just a rambler, wanting something new. It wasn't about anything to do with me and you. My mind was being reckless, and I craved what she had. Darling, I never thought things would turn out this damn bad.
Before there was her, we knew what we had. Before there was her, it didn't seem so bad. Before there was her, we forgot who we were. We forgot how we loved before there was her. You know I will forgive the times we felt so much alone. No, I can't believe just how much time has flown.
We drifted and we settled for what our life became. In the end, I love you, and I know you feel the same.
Before there was her, we knew what we had. Before there was her, it didn't seem so bad. Before there was her, we forgot who we were. We forgot how we loved before there was her. We forgot how before there was her.
How about a brand new duet for two friends of mine from Texas? She is Terry Knight. He is Gabe Choate. Both of them have been special guests on the Tim Kelly Show in the past, and that is their brand new single, Before There Was Her. Terry Knight is Terri, and Gabe Choate. Gabe Choate Music is where you can find him. And Terry Knight is on the radio. She is a radio personality in Colorado City, Texas at 107.1 The Wolf. Go check her show out as well. I believe she's on in the afternoons, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. So tell her Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show sent you over there. Check her out. She's fantastic. The Bourbon Song making its radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday. This is Bear Lamb is the artist, and he is live right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
Drink another bourbon in this dirty bathroom stall. Smell the sweat and the cocaine hangs heavy on the walls. I pick up my pen and I write this song as it pours from the holes in my broken heart. And it's like I am stuck in some old wailing tune, black curtains and a woman named Codeine. When the bottle is the only thing that you have left to hold, let it chase away all the ghosts that torture your soul. Run hard and run fast, run your life away. Shake hands with the devil, stare death face to face. Let go of those childish dreams, let the darkness come on in. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. I'm thinking back to yesterday when everything was mine. I held the world in my hands and everything was fine. But I'm a shell of the man that I once was, and I know that tonight just might be my last dance. When the bottle is the only thing that you have left to hold, let it chase away all the ghosts that torture your soul. Run hard and run fast, run your life away. Shake hands with the devil, stare death face to face. Let go of those childish dreams, let the darkness come on in. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. I look into the mirror and what do I see? I see my father standing there. He's staring back at me. He hands me the whiskey, pours out his broken soul, says, son, this here bottle is the only thing I've ever owned. And the bottle is the only thing that you have lived to hold. Let it chase away all the ghosts that torture your soul. Run hard and run fast, run your life away. Shake hands with the devil, stare death face to face. Let go of those childish dreams, let the darkness come on in. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Dance away,
another day. If you're feeling tired and your shoes are worn away, it's a sure sign that you've danced the night away. Looking for a reason to wash your troubles away, come on down tonight and see the bands play. Bring your dancing shoes and however you may, all you have to do is dance the night away. Dance away, dance away, dance the night away. Forget about your troubles for another day. If you're feeling tired and your shoes are worn away, it's a sure sign that you've danced the night away. You're in the party mood and you've drank your cup of tea. You're looking for some music that's merry, full, and gay. Come on down to town and watch the bands play. All you have to do is dance the night away. Dance away, dance away, dance the night away. Forget about your troubles for another day. If you're feeling tired and your shoes are worn away, it's a sure sign that you've danced the night away. Dance away, dance away, dance the night away. Forget about your troubles for another day. If you're feeling tired and your shoes are worn away, it's a sure sign that you've danced the night away. Forget about your troubles for another day. All you have to do is dance them all away.
That artist comes from the UK. Her name is Erin No One. That is Noone. She's going to become someone if she keeps singing like that. I love that song. Dance the night away, and you can definitely do that to the music we're playing tonight on this new Music Friday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. We got a couple of more songs, and then we're going to get into our first radio interview. My good buddy Kenny Curcio is going to join the program here in just a moment. But first, making his radio debut tonight on the program, this is Costin Cross, and this is called Back When You Were Mine on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
Sometimes I think about me, sometimes I think about you. I think about us and what we've been through. We were just a couple of kids, always chasing the rush. I longed for your feel, but then we lost touch. We were lit like fire, you were my Hollywood queen. Wish I'd have known back then, you were my dream. I remember sneaking out of class, hiding behind the bleachers, skipping shop class. Those were the days of our lives. So put your hand in mine, peel back the pages, and make a slow rewind to a simpler place in time, back when you were mine. Pistols pumping, we were dual subs bumping in a nowhere town, making something out of nothing. You You'd lean closer to me, riding on that bench seat. You looked good by yourself, but better next to me. I was an ace of spades, you were the queen of my heart. What if we go back and try to find the spark? I remember sneaking out of class, hiding behind the bleachers, skipping shop class. Those were the days of our lives. So put your hand in mine, peel back the pages, and make a slow rewind to a simpler place and time, back when you were mine. Sing Kiss Me in the Dark. Those were the nights when you stole my heart. I remember sneaking out of class, hiding behind the bleachers, skipping shop class. Those were the days of our lives. So put your hand in mine, peel back the pages, and make a slow rewind to a simpler place and time, back when you were mine. Back when you were mine.
Listening to The Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie.
You packed up everything for places you never seen. I knew you had to go. I know there's things you missed, so here is a short list of reasons to come back home. Beautiful sunrise, wide open blue skies, that warm Gulf Coast breeze. Small town rodeos, weekends in Mexico, and then there's me. I'm gonna love you back to Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home. I'm just not the same here with you gone. Church on Sunday, work on Monday. I know that don't sound like me. Been doing some changing, some soul rearranging. When you come back, you'll see. I built you that closet, fixed that dripping faucet, and painted our bedroom. I know you must miss East Texas sunset as much as I miss you. I'm gonna love you back to Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home, and I'm just not the same here with you gone. Texas, back where you belong. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. You're too far away from home. I'm just not the same here with you gone. I'm gonna love you back to Texas. I'm not the same here with you gone.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. I am playing the best in new country music, and we have a couple of great radio interviews today. Kenny Curcio is with us from New Jersey. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tim, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing
Thanks for having me on.
fantastic. Yeah, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate the time, and I hope everything is going good with you. You was telling me off the air before we got started, you just got back from vacation in Florida. I bet that's fun.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. We went down to Palm Beach and Jupiter, and yeah, so it was a nice vacation. We were going for about a week, and now I'm back in Jersey.
There you go. And you are still rocking the country music, man. You got a great country rock vibe and pretty good country rock scene up there in Jersey as well, as we've talked before in several interviews.
Yeah, it's doing going great, Tim. And you know, I got a lot of songs that I'm releasing. The newest one was "Saved You a Seat," and which is doing really well. And one that's kind of more personal to me than some of the other songs that I've released before. And you know, it's connected with a lot of people. It's doing really well, and
Yeah.
It's a tribute to my father, and yeah, I'm just excited to see the response that it's been getting.
Yeah, that's a great song, and we're going to play "Saved You a Seat" here in just a little bit for your first one tonight. And also, I want to congratulate you on the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Your song "Philadelphia Bleed Green" and the video, man, it just really took off. We talked about that in our last interview, and my Kansas City Chiefs didn't show up that day. What a bad day to have a bad day, but congratulations, man, and you guys got it going on, and then it was recently St. Patty's Day, and you got to bleed green again.
Yeah, man, it's been it was a great season, and we got over 1.5 million streams and views online for that one. So that really kind of took off, and it helped the team was winning, and it took it all the way to the Super Bowl. So we're excited to promote that next year. And St. Patty's, we're drinking green beer, bleeding green for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of fun, and your music is a lot of fun. You got some great songs. I love "Hometown Heart." You know, that's a great storytelling song. Everybody's got a hometown, and they remember those things. You know, where they grew up, and country music tells some of the best stories, of course. And we talked about that in the past, and a lot of it's based on hometowns. Especially these little small towns. I've heard people tell me, oh, that town's really small, under 1,000 population. Or something like that, where they grew up.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody's got a small town, hometown, and I grew up in South Jersey, close to Philadelphia. So that, hometown heart is kind of just about the people who've helped you out, just giving shout out to my hometown, and I do a lot of my song "Jersey Shore." So everybody's got a hometown, man, and I like kind of having songs like that to bring people together. Right.
I bet you've heard a lot of people tell you where they're from when you sing that song and perform live, and you get those meet and greets in your shows and stuff, and you probably hear a lot of stories about where people are from and where they grew up too when you perform that one, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I love, connecting with fans and just getting to know, where they're from and how the songs connect with them. The song "Saves You a Seat." I've been getting a lot of responses from that on, people, how it's connected with people, man. And I feel like that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's rewarding, hearing those back from fans and how it's, connected with with their life in different ways. So it's pretty cool.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, these young folks coming up in the world of country music, I've got one in the second hour of this show. His name's Michael Schott. He's from North Carolina. And we get to talking and end up his grandpa and me. We got a friend that lives here in the Branson area that we're going to connect with because of interviewing him tonight. So it's been cool seeing this music thing come full circle. And you're always a pleasure to talk to, man. You hit me up every couple of months, like I say. You know, feel free to do that because we do one interview, we start building these relationships, and then we got each other on speed dial now.
Absolutely, Tim, and I really appreciate what you're doing, man. You know, it's not easy at times being an indie artist and keeping this thing going, and so we appreciate you, man. You're the man, and
we appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you so much. We appreciate having the music, man, because I can definitely say New Country's best behind every one of your songs, and we're getting ready to. I'm going to say it now, but here in just a minute. On Saved You a Seat. But tell us a little bit about how music kind of got going for you, for the folks that didn't hear our first couple of interviews.
Yeah, so I started when I was 8 on a family organ, and just kind of learning music by ear, and so that's kind of where it started. And then I got my first guitar when I was 12, and that's right before my dad passed away. So music for me kind of started from a place of, my dad was always listening to music and inspiring me to just kind of pursue it. So it was more of like an outlet when I first started writing and performing. And, I always loved music, but, it just, it was something that was just always fun for me. I grew up on rock and roll and more blues. There was some country in there. I got into more country, like 90s and, the early 2000s. Kenny Chesney, Toby Keith, Brooks and Dunn, and, then Zach Brown band. So, yeah, I kind of had the country with those rock and roll and blues roots. So, yeah, man, I think that's kind of where it started for me. And, and my humble roots with my family and stuff. But, Save You Seat is just a tribute, man. And it's a song that, means a lot to me. And I never kind of went in that direction with a song before, kind of like, talked about that stuff or opened up in that way. It's kind of more like a vulnerable song, but one that I feel like, one that I just need to say and talk about. And yeah, man. So, I always try to keep my father's memory alive within my music because he was a big inspiration. When people that are important to you, you just never want to forget them, man.
Well, that is for sure. And music is so powerful. We just and you may have seen it too just recently, the 100-year celebration of the Grand Ole Opry. And Randy Travis, he's there in the front row. He can't sing anymore due to a stroke that he had. They've got him a new song out on AI that was well done and put together because it sure does sound like Randy, that's for sure. But, Carrie Underwood hands him the mic singing Forever and Ever, Amen, and lets him say amen at the last part. And when he just said that, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. So, boy, it is so powerful, music is.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I think, that's what it's all about, man. Just as an artist, really just, just being real and authentic with your story. And I feel like people really connect to that. And, sometimes people don't know how to get through things or say what they want to say. But, with music, I feel like that's like, part of like why we do it, to connect with those fans, man.
Connect with them and help them heal from things that they're going through and all of that. And I love that, man. You guys are awesome. And Saved You a Seat is a fantastic song. So we're going to play that, and then we're going to come back and talk about another great song called The Closer. His name is Kenny Curcio on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
Sun glaring off the scoreboard, cold beer and popcorn. Here in section B22, going into the 7th, missing you. Bringing back old memories when you had to hold me up to see I was wearing your old glove, praying for a home run, chopping on some big league chew like it was your Copenhagen. You're gone, but I still bought 2 tickets just in case, man. I know you're busy up in them clouds. I just been missing having you around. Maybe if they let you pay me a visit, even for a minute, I'll take what I can get. So if you're up for one more memory with me, I saved you, see. Wish you could be here listening to me, rocking this old Gibson that I see, throwing up rock and roll signs, front row of the crowd, having a hell of a time. And I know you're busy up in them clouds. I just been missing having you around. Maybe if they let you pay me a visit, even for a minute, I'll take what I can get. So if you're up for one more memory than me, I saved you, see. I know you never got to meet her, but she looks good and white. Everybody's here, but there's one empty chair. See her right by my side. And I know you're busy up in them clouds. I just been missing having you around. Maybe if they let you pay me a visit, even for a minute, I'll take what I can get. So if you're up for one more memory, yeah, I saved you, see. Yeah, I saved you, see. So if you're up for one more memory with me, I saved you, see.
His name is Kenny Curcio. That is his latest single out to radio. It is called Saved You a Seat. And I save you a seat anytime you want to call me, man. And we do these interviews. I love talking to you, my man.
I appreciate that, Tim. Thanks
You're
a
welcome.
lot, man.
Yeah, and what a great song, too, and a great story behind it. Next one we're going to play is called The Closer. Tell us about this one.
So The Closer, we wrote that a few years ago. Actually, I wrote it with Al, and that you know, who's been on your show,
Mhm.
and also Jason Wyatt and Corey Lee Barker, a Grammy nominated singer-songwriter. I think you've you know Corey.
Oh, yeah. I hear his name
yeah.
all the time, too, in interviews.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, we wrote the song, The Closer, and it's got a little bit of a rock vibe to it. But, yeah, I mean, it's about closing a deal, closing a sale, closing a game. You know, I grew up on playing sports and baseball, and I was a pitcher and also, you know, shortstop and second base and whatnot. So anytime, you know, we just had the Bleed Green and the Eagles run, and then you know, I'm a big fan of baseball and the Phillies. You know, watching them this year is going to be exciting. So
Yep.
The Closer is it's got a baseball theme to it, but also it's kind of a play on words where like you can, you know, you can close a deal or a sale or just you know, close anything.
I love
Anything
it.
you want. So, man, yeah, it kind of has little bit of an anthem type vibe to it. So
Yep.
that's where that came from.
That is cool. And isn't it fun when we're fans like you and I both are of football and baseball? We can go from football to baseball, and then we can go right back to football after baseball.
Absolutely, man. Yep.
We get a little basketball in there. We got the Final Four going on right now, and that kind of stuff. So, it's fun to watch. And I love sports. You love sports. And we love music. And we love country music. And, man, it's just been a great relationship. Come back anytime, and we'll definitely talk again.
Sounds good, Tim. I appreciate you,
You
man.
bet. His name is Kenny Curcio. We're going to play the closer, and then we already talked about Hometown Heart. One more thing, where can folks reach out and find you on social media if they want to check out more of your great music?
They can find me on KennyCurcioMusic.com, Facebook and Instagram, and all the socials. I just released Saved You a Seat, and that can be found on Spotify and Apple Music. Saved You a Seat, Kenny Curcio, and it's spelled CURCIO.
All right, and I will see you soon on the radio, of course, but we'll talk again. And summer's coming up. If you release anything this summer, man, I'm already looking for summertime songs and summertime weather. But
Yeah, man, absolutely. I got another one I'm releasing in a few weeks, actually.
awesome. So, we'll definitely talk again probably this summer.
Cool. Sounds good, Tim. I appreciate you, man.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. This is the closer from Kenny Curcio on the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
If there's a deal to be made, a wall to knock down, you need a go-getter to pull it all together. Let me tell you right now. Well, if you ask me to get it done, yeah, then you've already won. 'Cause I am the closer. I am the closer. You can count the money before it even comes in. Yeah. Ice the champagne, I'm gonna make it rain Benjamins. If you ask me to get it done, yeah, then you've already won. 'Cause I am the closer. Yeah, I am the closer. Oh yeah, I'm bringing the heat. Let me hear everybody sing. Oh yeah, I'm bringing the heat. Let me hear everybody sing. I am the closer. I am the closer.
The best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm from a small town in the backwoods of New Jersey. I was raised beside the lakes and pineland trees. close to the beach, not too far from the city. It's where my roots have grown, and that's where I call home. So this goes out to everybody that's got a hometown heart. Don't forget where things started, and always keep the good times. And all the roads that we traveled, all the moments that we battled. You can never forget where things start when you have a hometown heart. A hometown heart, yeah. Well, I remember the days we'd practice on the ball fields, and then the nights we're spent in LBI. Yeah, that's where this hometown heart is. It never went too far. And all the memories last a lifetime, and there's still time to make more. This goes out to everybody that's got a hometown heart. Don't forget where things started, and always keep the good times. And all the roads that we traveled, all the moments that we battled. You can never forget where things start when you have a hometown heart. A hometown heart, yeah. Just for a moment, I'll give anything to take me back to my hometown. Yeah, where the people know your name. Just for a moment, to reminisce on all the good times had in our hometown, where the memories never fade. This goes out to everybody that's got a hometown heart. Don't forget where things started, and always keep the good times. And all the roads that we traveled, all the moments that we battled. You can never forget where things start when you have a hometown heart. Yeah, where is all the time gone? All the memories of your hometown. Yeah, where is all the time gone? All the memories in your hometown heart.
That is called Hometown Heart. Before that, The Closer and Save You a Seat of Kenny Kershaw, my good friend from New Jersey. Thanks for doing another great radio interview with me tonight. I sure do appreciate the time, and we always have a good time when we're talking on the radio, and we get along. He's an Eagles fan, I'm a Chiefs fan, and we still get along great. And go check him out all over social media. He give you his socials there in the interview. And hey, I saved you a seat for hour number 2. Welcome to the second hour of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And we've got a great live show going on right now. Lots of people coming over here on TikTok. We've got folks from all over the country and all over the world in here, and that's what I'm playing, the best in new country from all over this country and all over the world as well. And so check me out on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and over here on TikTok, that link is in my bio, and my TikTok account is at Tim Kelly on Air. I'm live on YouTube as well at KICR Indie Country Radio. You can check out the waterfall that we got going on and everything happening over there. Facebook Live still not working tonight. I'm going to fix that over the weekend, and we'll see if we can get back on there. I'll run some tests, and you'll get to see the face for radio over there as well. We're going to start off hour number 2 with a great traditional country music artist. His name is Will Bannister. His latest single is called It's Gonna Be Me on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
I know he hurt you, baby. I've heard you saying lately that you're done with everything to do with love. It's gonna take a minute before you fall back in it with somebody new. But let me tell you, when you do, it's gonna be me and you together forever and ever. Just when you think it's great, it's gonna get a little better. If someone's gonna hold you and show you what true love means, just what you're thinking. To keep your heart from breaking, that you gotta run away to keep it safe. But girl, this time it's different, 'cause everything you're missing's waiting in these open arms. If heaven's what you're looking for, it's gonna be me and you together forever and ever. Just when you think it's great, it's gonna get a little better. If someone's gonna hold you and show you what true love means, it's gonna be me. Girl, it's just a matter of time till you turn around and find it's gonna be me and you together forever and ever. Just when you think it's great, it's gonna get a little better. If someone's gonna hold you and show you what true love means, it's gonna be me. Oh, it's gonna be me.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
How many hearts have to break until you realize you can't bury all that sorrow?
That is brand new music from my good friend Tracy Kennedy. It is Traci on Tracy Kennedy Music, and she's a great artist from north of the border in Canada. And her latest single right there called How Many Hearts. How many hearts can I get over here on TikTok? You guys are tapping that screen like crazy, and I sure do appreciate it. If you guys have a TikTok account or if you want to make one, go over here to @TimKellyOnAir. That's where I'm hanging out and talking to a lot of folks in here. And start tapping that screen. See how many hearts we can get before the end of the show. I didn't put a goal up, but last night we had 20,000, so there's something to shoot for right there. We're at 6,000 or 7,000 right now, and I appreciate it. This next artist is a good friend of mine. He has been a special guest on the Tim Kelly Show, and he's also on the board of directors of the Branson Opry that we are trying to bring to Branson, Missouri in 2026. So we'll see all of that pan out. And Lonesome Bar and Grill, he may be playing there tonight. He was getting on the stage just as I got on the radio. My good friend Brian Pataluna, Lonesome Grill and Bar. That's the title of this song on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
I'm that guy who thought he knew it all when it came to love. Why waste my money on flowers when I need a new golf club? She kept saying she was gonna leave me if I didn't grow up and change. I'd said whatever, just please move out of the way so I can see you again. I passed out on the couch one night, partied way too long. I woke up to an empty room, all her things were gone. Then it hit me like a brick, all her threats came true. The note said she just can't take anymore. I guess that means we're through. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. I thought about calling her cell phone to tell her I'm glad I'm free. I thought I don't need her anyhow, she wasn't good enough for me. Then I looked down at the bottle, realized I'm all alone. How did I end up losing her? Oh, where did I go wrong? Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar. Sometimes I wonder if you're leaning on some jukebox playing our favorite song. If you're thinking about the times that we got crazy all night long. No matter where you are tonight, should it be near or far, greetings from the Lonesome Grill and Bar.
In a world, there was one man Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. All my memories gathered round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted in the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
Her name is Amanda Hagel, and that is a great rendition of a very popular song in radio, Country Roads, and she's a great Canadian artist, and she is going to be a special guest on my program on a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. That is all coming up on May the 15th. You can check out the full live interview schedule, the interviews that I've got coming up on the bottom of the homepage of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. After two more songs, I've got another great radio interview live on the radio tonight. Michael Schott, 13 years old, is going to join me on the program tonight. You're going to love his music and those stories behind the songs as well. Right now, making their radio debut tonight on the program is a great group called Bottomland. This is called Hope You Know on KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on New Music Friday.
It's been a few weeks since your name came up on my phone screen. I guess you finally removed me. I don't know where you are, what you're doing, who you've been with. It's got me laying here wondering. I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. I hope you're doing good without me. You know where I'll be, right here, missing you. Count the days till you make your way right back here to me. I heard you moved back to Austin, traded dirt for the concrete, bright lights down 6th Street. I talked to Jesus a lot more lately. He could throw the damn book at me, but you're still all I see. I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. I hope you're doing good without me. You know where I'll be, right here, missing you. Counting the days till you make your way right back here to me. You can use me, you already hold me. I just wanna feel like I want it I hope you know that you can call me when you're lonely. It's okay. I hope you're doing good without me. You know where I'll be, right here, missing you. And count the days till you make your way right back here to me.
This is Kenny Kershaw, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I could always see myself right there in his eyes every time he'd reach for something just to see if he'd get by. When his mom would tell him no, he'd just look at me and grin, knowing all the time the trouble he'd get in. I knew there'd come a day, even then, I was gonna see of me in him. Like the day I took my daddy's car and drove it way too fast, and I had to tell that second light to cover up the last. I never did fool him, he knew all along. He said, son, slow her down, or one day you won't make it home. Now I know just what my daddy meant. Every time he'd say, I see a lot of me in him. Sometimes all that you can do is do the best you can. Hope and pray they make it through and grow up to be a man. Guess Daddy and the good Lord must have helped to get me by. Yeah, I wonder how I made it out alive. I think about my own son and men. There's a lot of me I hope I never see in him. Like the day I told my old man he was wrong and I was right, and I'd be giving in when we see who wins the fight. Well, I just tear out mad that he knew all along I was gonna have to run to find my way back home. And every time that I'd come dragging in, he'd always say, I see a lot of me in him. What makes a man waste half his days? Foolish pride, I guess. But I'm trying to do right with the ones that I've got left, hoping that someday the good Lord might look down and say, let him in. He ain't perfect, but I see a lot of me in him. No, he ain't perfect, but I see a lot of me in him.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is New Music Friday. I'm playing the best in new country, and we've got a couple of great radio interviews in the mix tonight as well. Michael Schott is with us on the program tonight. How are you, my friend?
I am good, Mr. Tim Kelly. Thank you so much for having me. And may I just say, this is my first live radio interview, so thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man, I can tell you're going to be great already. I appreciate having you on the program, and thank you for your time. You're a busy young man.
Oh, you're busy too, man. I appreciate you so much just for having me on here.
Yep. Well, we make the time for talent like you, my friend, and
thank you.
You definitely have it. You guys, you showed up in my email. Your dad sends me an email about you and a YouTube video with kind of your backstory, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But
sure.
you grew up in a small farming community town in North Carolina called Stella, North Carolina. And
yes, sir.
How close is that to the beach?
Well, it's about 5 miles to the beach. It's not, too far. If anything, it's pretty close to Camp Lejeune. It's a good 10 miles from Camp Lejeune.
Okay, don't drink the water, right?
No, you don't.
Yep, and so that's awesome. And I went to broadcasting school on the other coast in San Diego. I was about 30 minutes from the beach, but I love going down there all the time.
Oh, awesome.
Lots of inspiration to write country songs when you got that kind of atmosphere around you, isn't there?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And you have been doing that. We'll talk about that in a little bit, too. But you started about 3 years ago. You're only 13 years old, and you started in music pretty much when you were about 10 years old. Your grandpa bought you a cheap, it says, $50 guitar at a local music store. And I just talked to your grandpa a few minutes ago, and that is pretty cool when you got your grandpa backing you in the world of music, huh?
It absolutely is. You know, if anything, it gives you some good opportunities to write some good songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that video that tells a little bit about your story, you go into this barber shop and you look on the wall. There's all these banjos on the wall, and they look like antique-style banjos. And you guys sit there and pick and play music. And it reminded me of another North Carolina town that I grew up watching was Mayberry, North Carolina, which was a fictional town for the Andy Griffith Show.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely have seen the Andy Griffith Show, and man, it is pretty similar to Jim Lloyd's Barbershop, the one you're talking about over in Virginia.
He would play with that talented group called the Darlings, and they didn't say a whole lot, but boy, they could sure sing and play, couldn't they?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
You can, too, and I don't know if you're the quiet type. You don't seem that way, but you can definitely...
Well, you know, it's funny, when I'm on the phone and on interviews and meeting new people, like you, Mr. Tim Kelly, you know, I am not very shy, but I will tell you, if you meet me out in public and I'm not getting ready for a concert or anything along those lines, I'm not the talking type.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I love the way you sing, and you've got some great songs. We got two of them that we're going to play for you tonight, and the folks are going to get to hear you sing. And I also, for a third song, I put in another gentleman in the third song that's going to kick off the top of the next hour. He was on season number 20 of American Idol, and his name is Dan Marshall, and he's got a hit song on his hands with called Heaven's Honky Tonk. You'll get to hear that in your set as well. It's a great song.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
You know, that song is based on a lot of people that influenced him, and I'm sure influenced you too, that have passed away, you know, that made traditional country music. Now they're up in there in heaven and playing on their own honky-tonk up there too.
Sure.
Pretty cool song. So let's talk about that. Who influenced you in the world of country music that made you want to do something in it?
Well, you know, it's actually kind of a funny thing because I was not really into country music when I caught that, you know, quote-unquote country music bug.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple stories as to how my upbringing into music was, but one of them was I was at the Rural Retreat Heritage Festival, which I'm getting ready to play here in July, and and I'm opening for Chris Cagle there.
Nice.
And, yeah, thank you so much. And I actually saw Jefferson Starship live there. It was 4 years ago, before the quoted 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really what set off the music bug in me. I mean, I just started playing, picking and writing from there.
Yeah, that is awesome. Now, how did you get interested in writing songs? Because I say that all the time on the radio. That's a talent I don't have, and I love that you can, tell those stories and put music to it.
Absolutely. Well, you know, the thing is, I grew up listening. I know I just said I was not really big into country music, but I did grow up listening to some of the stuff that my father and grandfather listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of it was Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, just those old country influences for me. That's what inspired me to write, you know, especially Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
the storyteller of country music, really. He inspired me to, he and many other people inspired me to start writing songs. And my first song was actually called Lucky, and ironically, it won the 5th grade talent show.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that. So you're wowing them in the 5th grade. And speaking of that, what do your classmates think about you getting played on the radio now?
Well, you know, it's a funny thing. It's a good 50-50 split between some of them don't know, and some of them laugh it off a little bit. To be completely honest with you, you know, some of them don't like country music, so they don't really listen to it or support it or anything, but, you know, I think that's wrong.
Yeah, well, I do too. I usually block those people on social media. No, I'm just kidding, but...
Oh, well, yeah.
I got brothers. None of my brothers, I'm the oldest of 5 boys, and none of my brothers are country music inclined, but I'll tell you, my story is what happened, and you mentioned Jefferson Starship. When I started out wanting to be a radio personality, it was in the 80s, and I was playing groups like that. And then this 90s country came along, and I met my wife, who was from southeast Oklahoma, down there in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from, and that's what made me want to do country radio. Those guys like him and Toby Keith and all those, Garth Brooks, Vince Gill from Oklahoma, all those guys coming up. I was like, man, this is great music.
Oh yeah.
So that's how I ended up in country radio, and now I have a station playing 24/7 called Classic Country Radio that you can click on my website. And for a lot of us, we can relive our childhood. It's hard to believe that 90s country's 30 years old. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. You know, it's funny. I listen to some of these songs on the radio, and on the way to school, I hear some of these songs, and, you know, my grandpa says, you know, your dad listened to these songs when he was a baby. So, you know, it just reminds me how old that stuff is, even though I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. But isn't that the goal of an independent artist like yourself? If you can make a song like that stands the test of time, 25, 30 years from now, they're still playing it on the radio, that's the goal for you too, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Took the words out of my mouth. That's it.
Oh, man, that would do it. You were discovered by a gentleman by the name of Tom Yankton. He's worked with Rascal Flatts, Clay Walker, Mark Chestnut, Jake Owen. Mark Chestnut was one of my first concerts. My very first one was seeing David Ball and Wade Hayes open for Tracy Lawrence in Oklahoma.
Wow.
But yeah, that's some good stuff right there. And he's your producer now, Tom Yankton.
Tom Yankton and Jimmy Ritchie are my producers now. Tom is just extraordinarily talented. He's a great guy, and he's just getting into producing. And he's really just a great guy. He's super talented. He won the 2024 Arkansas Country Music Awards Entertainer of the Year. He's a great entertainer, a really good singer, songwriter. He's been one of my biggest influences that hasn't been, you know, a famous artist. He's truly just a great guy. And then Jimmy Ritchie, my other producer, he has produced, like you said, for Mark Chestnut, Jake Owen, Clay Walker. He's written songs for people like George Strait. He's really an all-around great guy. He brought me into Nashville, really. Just, you know, he's the one that discovered me primarily and brought me into Nashville.
That's awesome. Let's talk about Nashville now. How old were you when you took your first trip? Do you remember?
Well, I was 13.
13?
You know, I hadn't been at all besides, you know, when music started. I probably wouldn't have been now when music started, you know?
Okay. Isn't Music Row interesting when you drive down there? It looks like these old 2-story homes and things like that, you know, and then you go inside there and that's where all the magic happens.
Absolutely. Not too long ago, I played at the Stage on Broadway, and, man, that was a cool place to play. It was much different than any other gig I'd played, because you get all this energy, and you get all these different types of crowds. Shoot, there was a whole New Zealand crowd of people there that night. You know, there was so many different types of people, so much, just everything was just so different. It was great. It was really cool. I've had a good experience in Nashville so far.
That is awesome. Music City, isn't it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. You mentioned you are going to be opening for Chris Cagle again. You've already done that once at least. It's on your website bio. And then Sawyer Brown. I remember Sawyer Brown winning this talent competition called Star Search a long time ago when Ed McMahon hosted it. I was watching that.
Oh, man.
So that's been a day or two ago. Now, speaking of talent competitions, you won one in the 5th grade. Do you have any aspirations of maybe trying out for one like The Voice or NBC's America's Got Talent or anything like that, American Idol or any of those?
Well, you know, Tim, I haven't really thought about it, to be completely honest with you. You know, we're just taking things as we go. I'm all of a sudden opening for some, you know, bigger artists, and I'm really taking opportunities as I go, seeing what comes along in my career. And through the years here, that may come along. I'm not sure.
Awesome. You know, you get to do your originals on this program tonight. We're going to play 2 of those, but the cover songs that you have to do on talent competitions like The Voice and things like that, and maybe you do some of them in your shows. What's your favorite one or one that you would pick if you were going to do something like that?
That's funny because, you know, with my band, I have a band that I'm touring with, the Michael Schott Band. And there's some great guys. And with them, I think my favorite song to play is called Call Me the Breeze. You know, we got a keyboardist in the band, and she's great. And, you know, just great guitar work on that one. And it's not too much vocally, which helps me even more, you know. And then when I'm playing solo, it's a tie between Sing Me Back Home by Merle Haggard and I Never Go Around Mirrors, Daryl Singletary version.
Wow.
Those are my 2 favorite to play solo.
How about that? Daryl Singletary. I was working in Oklahoma building horse trailers in the 90s, and then I got that interest in country music. But Daryl Singletary was one of the clients at the factory that I was working at, and he ordered 7 horse trailers, and I got to work on some of his stuff and sent it out to him.
That's awesome. That's cool.
That was a lot of fun. We sure miss him in the world of country music.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me ask you this too. Now, are you the only one musically inclined? Do you have any brothers and sisters? And if so, do they dabble in music as well?
Well, it's funny. I think I get my sense of rhythm from my sisters. I have two younger sisters, Evelyn and Violet, 9 and 7 respectively, and they are just the best. They're the best, even though they try to run into my room every night and they try to bum rush into my room. They're really the best, and they dance, and I think that's how I got my sense of rhythm.
There you go.
My dad has picked up drums in the last year. Funny thing, he was a professional baseball player. He was out in Arizona for a little bit, and he just picked up drums a year ago, and man, he was he's really good, ironically, and not much besides that, no.
That's pretty cool because I'm listening for all of that when I get a song, the whole thing of the production and the drums included, man, that keeps the rhythm and the beat and all of that. And, and I love hearing a piano in the world of country music. A lot of classics have been done with piano in them. Ronnie Millsap and, Smoky Mountain Rain. Then you got some Merle Haggard, I'm just going to sit here and drink, and man, those piano licks at the end of that song. And there's a bunch of others out there. So that's a good instrument as well that I love. Now, playing the guitar, you got a $50 guitar when you were 10 years old. Did you take guitar lessons, or did you learn how to play it yourself?
Well, I originally learned how to play it myself until I decided to pick up some lessons about maybe a year and a half ago from a guy named Matt Hudson out of around here in Swansboro from Hudson's Music Academy. And he... the first day I got there for lessons, he realized that I was playing in the wrong tuning, and the chords that I had learned for myself were not actually chords. They were just notes strung together that sounded good. So I got lessons from him, and that was for a few months, and I've really honed my craft over the last year. Playing with my band, playing all these shows, it's funny. I think I learn more from playing these live shows on guitar than I do at home in my room practicing. You know what I mean?
Isn't that something? The pressure's on, and you got to do it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. As we like to say at my shows, and my grandpa is also my sound guy, as he like to say, I do things on the spot. I'm very on the fly. Yeah.
Now, when you do sit in your room, and that's probably your solace to where you sit and you get to, serious about writing songs, are you more lyric-based, or do you hear a melody, or is it kind of a combination of both that attracts you to writing those songs?
Sure. Well, I will tell you, my armory is really the big thing. My grandpa had a gun armory, but now it's a gun armory / music room. So, let me think about that for a second. Really writing songs, before I was not very musically inclined as far as playing the guitar and mandolin, which I also am pretty good at. But I usually start with the melody nowadays. I'll think of a melody in my head, and then I'll get home from school, play it on guitar, and then I'll write a song around it, and that's usually how most of my songs have come about. And actually, the one that you're going to hear tonight, Don't Let This Song Hit You on the Way Out the Door, that's exactly how that song came about.
Isn't that something? I love that song, man. You were videoing it, or your dad was. You guys were sitting in the car, and you were waiting to get dropped off at the bus, and for school, and that was actually this morning. And I happened to see it about 20 minutes after you posted it, and that was pretty cool watching your reaction to your song coming on the radio.
It was cool. It was real cool hearing you play it, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's so cool to finally hear my song on the radio and hear it played live, hear people listening to it all around the world.
You're welcome, man. I was in another place of business, and I had to walk over to a buddy of mine, and I said, look what this young gentleman just posted, because we're getting ready to do an interview today. So he is totally ready. He's getting his songs played on the radio even before the interview happens. And, I love putting good music on the radio, hit songs, potential hit songs, as soon as we can. I see songs all the time from young people like you that, maybe shows up on my YouTube feed. There's no video yet. It's just the audio. it's 4 or 5 days old, and I'm like, wow, this is really good. So I'll reach out to that person and let them know who I am, and that I have this program that I've been doing for a while, and I got this show called New Music Friday, which you're on tonight, and I love showcasing the new stuff out to radio first, and you're going out to 11 radio stations around the country and around the world tonight.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Tim Kelly, and it's great all the opportunities that you're giving people, and thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Country music is universal, too, and people love it in these other countries that we're on. We got Ireland and Germany, and we're down here in Texas with the station. I've had Denver, Colorado for several years, and, it's just, it's all over the place, and I get it from all over the place, and I love giving it right back to the world with one push of the button. Now, a young gentleman that was on American Idol, his name's Alex Miller. He wrote a song similar to yours. It was called Don't Let the Barn Door Hit You, but I
heard that one, actually.
Yeah.
Ironically, I did hear that one.
Yours is called Don't Let the Song Hit You on the Way Out. His name is Michael Schott. We're going to play the song, and then we're going to come back and talk to him a little bit more on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
To the right, wanna hear Georgia Jimmy. But if you're rolling for the money, then I'm gonna have to wake goodbye. You thought that life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky tonk bars are left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. You can't be for the highs. Always acting all innocent, making your little alibis. If you want it, you can have it, but it's gonna take a while. You're not on this cruise forever, so honey, make it worth the while. You thought life on the road was all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. Honky tonk bars have left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. Come on now. Yeah. You found a life on the road with all fame and stars, fancy shopping trips and expensive cars. But these honky tonk bars have left you wanting more. Don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. I said, don't let the song hit you on the way out the door. Keep on walking.
His name is Michael Schott. That is his latest single out to radio. Don't Let the Song Hit You on the Way Out the Door. Man, that is fantastic, and I love playing that. That's the 4th time already. How about that?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
We're getting you out there, my friend. That song definitely needs to be heard. Now, let me ask you this. You've got some gigs coming up, and you're getting ready to open for Chris Cagle again. What is Michael Schott's dream gig already, though, at 13 years young, an artist that you would love to open for that, is on your bucket list, or somebody you might like to even do a duet with? Who might be some names we might know?
Well, that's a funny thing. If he was still alive, Merle Haggard, that would be the dream. I would tell you, in my opinion, he's the true king of country music, and he's just, I love the music that he put out during his time, and
yep.
I really, you mentioned before Alex Miller. I'd love to get to meet him and do a duet with him. He's really a great guy, and I've taken a lot of influence from him. We're both pretty similar, man, I just love the stuff he's putting out.
Well, he has played in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Shortly after we did our second radio interview, he was here with the Queen of Bluegrass, Rhonda Vincent, who lives up by Lake Ozark, Missouri here now. And so, yeah, that's the goal. And what we've done, and we're going to launch this thing. We already did, but hopefully we'll get a venue here pretty soon. But this is probably going to happen for you next year. But we're going to try to bring you to Branson to this thing called the Branson Opry and let you perform live on that stage for the folks and sing a couple of your original songs, because I think you're great and you guys need to be heard. And we want to provide that venue in the live show capital of the world, because we want to keep this original country music alive that is out there that I've known about for 13 years, ever since you were born.
Oh, man, thank you so much. I absolutely love that offer. Thank you so much.
This whole thing has come full circle. You know, you're born, and out there somewhere, there's somebody right now that if we stay in this thing long enough that we're going to get to meet, you're probably going to get to perform with them. You don't know. You might write a hit song together with somebody who's just like 6 or 7 years old right now. You never know what can happen, huh?
Oh, man, you don't.
And that's another thing I want to ask you, too. Now, I've got a lot of people that aren't artists. They're just songwriters that listen to this program, and they're hearing this talented young man tonight, Michael Schott. Are you open to collaborations and doing co-writes and things like that?
Absolutely, 100%. There's no question about it. Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So we'll put that out to the universe, too, and you better watch your email, my friend.
Oh, man, we better.
Man, I'm glad I was watching mine when you popped in there, and you guys offered to do the show tonight and everything, and sent me some more music. It's fantastic. Your first song's a very touching song. The first one that we're gonna, well, it's the second one we're gonna play, but the first one I heard, it's called "My Heroes Are the Ones You'll Never Know." Tell us about this one.
Well, it's funny. It was we was released in November, and we recorded it around the summertime of last year. And I wrote it in January, and it was a dedication to all veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Active duty veterans, all of them, especially the ones that never came home. That's a key part of the song. Yeah. That's what I usually say when I'm playing it live.
Right. And, I had the privilege back in September of 2023 to go to St. Louis. I was asked to MC an event called Freedom Jam USA, and it was a great tribute show to veterans in that St. Louis area. And all the money, the proceeds, helped them raise funds to build them tiny homes. There's unfortunately, in this country, there's such a thing as a homeless veteran. They live on the streets. I don't know how anybody can do that. And, not too long ago, it was like 10 below here in Branson with the temperature, so it's just crazy. But, it helped them get them off the streets. It provided canines for them for their PTSD and things like that. And they had a car show, a barbecue, and then I got to headline. Jesse Keith Whitley was the headliner, Lori Morgan and Keith Whitley's son, so I got to meet him as well. So that was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yep. And so, those are great things that you're doing, man. And you are a talented young man, and you're well on your way in the world of country music. Keep doing your thing, will you?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tim Kelly. You're part of it. Just know that.
I appreciate that. And you did a great job on your first ever radio interview, and I'm honored to be a part of that as well.
Oh, thank you so much. We'll definitely keep you in mind for another one.
You got
thank
it,
you so
man.
Much, buddy.
That door is open to you as well. Not only the song door, but you keep bringing those songs, because you've got a door open here anytime you want to come back. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Funny thing is, I got a song coming out every month. This year, I got a lot coming up. There's a couple more I won't tell you yet. I'll surprise you through the emails.
Love it. Yeah.
But we appreciate you so much, Tim Kelly. Thank you so much, buddy.
You're welcome. And that's what keeps you on the radio, man. Something fresh and new, especially on this program, because like I mentioned, I like to showcase that, a lot of times before anybody else gets their hands on it, put it out there to the world first. But it's been a pleasure. Now, I want to ask you one more thing. If folks do want to find out more about you and your upcoming releases and show dates and all of that, where can they find Michael Schott on social media?
Well, they can firstly go to my website. It's michaelschottmusic.com. That's SCHOTT. And then they can find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I am everywhere. You can find that at Michael Schott Music. Just search it up, and I'm sure you'll find it somewhere.
All right. Well, we're going to play your song, and thank you for another great radio interview tonight. You've been fantastic to talk to, and we'll see you on the radio, as I say around here, and hopefully at the Branson Opry real soon as well.
All right. I can't wait to be there, and I can't wait to meet you, buddy. Thank you so much.
You got it. Michael Schott, My Heroes Are the Ones You'll Never Know. And then hour number 3 is going to kick off with Dan Marshall and Heaven's Honky Tonk on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday. and new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
There's a place up above, past the big white clouds and the footprints on the moon. It's filled with the truth. It's got Gibson guitars and no broken hearts. I just wish it wasn't so far, 'cause right now George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Haggards playing Mama Tried on an old bar stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers are with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along in heaven's honky-tonk. Every time I hear thunder, it makes me wonder if the bass drum is kicking a working man's blues, or the sound of the hardwoods meeting granddaddy's boots. Is he spinning grandma around on the floor? That's a dance he's waited so long for. And right now, George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Haggards playing Mama Tried on an old bar stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers are with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along in heaven's honky-tonk. When our wells run dry and our hearts beat their final tune, best believe we'll be sitting next to George Jones, Johnny Cash, and Chris Ledoux sitting up there talking in a corner booth. Haggards playing Mama Tried on an old bar stool. The bartender's turning water into whiskey. Everyone I love sipping cold beers are with me. I can see it now, the whole crowd singing along. Oh, I can see it now, that whole crowd singing along in heaven's honky-tonk. Heaven's honky-tonk.
From season number 20 of the great show American Idol, his name is Dan Marshall, a former contestant, and a great tune called Heaven's Honky Tonk. And that completes a radio interview with Michael Schott. How about him? 13 years young, very talented young man, and his first radio interview, he absolutely killed it. And he's high energy just like me on the radio, man. I absolutely love talking to that young man. And that was our first one, but there will be many, many more. He is fantastic. Michael Schott Music is where you can find him all over social media, and there is a video to the Veterans Tribute song that he did on my TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. That is on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. So go check it out. My heroes are the ones I'll never know. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I'm live on the Radio Boss player on that website. Scroll down just a little bit, you'll find it. If you're listening on your mobile device, you can scan the QR code code on my website, and keep that on your mobile device, and you can take this live audio with you anywhere you go every Thursday and Friday night when I hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to play a brand new single out to radio from a good friend of mine by the name of Dustin Chapman. This is called Me and My Suitcase on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
You've seen me on the best of days. You've seen me in the worst of ways. Oh, you've seen me broken down and empty. It's made me smile and it's heard me cry. It caused some tears from some sad goodbyes. Oh, it's with me whenever I feel lonely. No, it don't say a word, so you probably won't understand. But I'm right at home when it's right here in my head. And I'm just a man with no plan who was born to run, following the wind of the Mississippi sun. Keep my things close beside me, with my six string in the back. Let my music take me where it wants to go, chasing the words as my crown grows. I'm long enough just to let her down. Then me and my suitcase leave this town. She begged me to stay. Wish I had the words to communicate what I was feeling. A dream-fueled, reckless decision. No, it don't say a word, so you probably won't understand. But I'm right at home when it's right here in my head. And I'm just a man with no plan who was born to run, following the wind of the Mississippi sun. Keep my things close beside me, with my six string in the back. Let my music take me where it wants to go, chasing the words as my crowd grows. I'm home long enough just to let her down. Then me and my suitcase leave these town. And I could give her what she wants, but you can't be sentimental when you spend your life chasing a song. And I'm just a man with no plan who was born to run, following the wind of the Mississippi sun. Keep my things close beside me, with my six string in the back. Let my music take me where it wants to go, chasing the words as my crowd grows. I'm home long enough just to let her down. Then me and my suitcase leave these towns. Me and my suitcase leave this town.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing New Country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country. to another town. You'll soon be home to me. Stop talking on that CB and hammer down. Keep between the lines, get home tonight so I can hold you tight. Highway seems so long. Listen to the song. Get home to me in one piece. Your love and I sure need. And hammer down. Keep between the lines, get home tonight so I can hold you tight. Turn that truck around, heading driving down the road, 1,000 miles from home. The love must be there. Missing you's hard to bear. And hammer down. Keep between the lines, get on tonight, so I can hold you tight. So I can hold you tight. So I can hold you tight. So I can hold you tight.
Her name is Faye Tower. She is from Nova Scotia. That is called Hammer Down. Man, I love that one. That reminds me of the old C.W. McCall. We got us a convoy. She's got it going on, absolutely. And she's going to be a special guest on my show here coming up real soon as well. Be sure to check out the full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage at KICR.IndieCountryRadio.com. Mark Daniel is up next with his brand new single called Monterey on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this New Music Friday.
Some say that river's deep, some say that river's wide. I say that I don't care, 'cause tonight I'm gonna try to find that path in the moonlight at the end of the day, and get high on the mountain in the town of Monterey. Just some laurel bush and rushes separating me from the arms of my true love and where I want to be. Spot her candle in the window to light my way. Way up high on the mountain in the town of Monterey. So roll on, roll past your river. I'm gonna swim you today. When I come from a bluegrass darling, come to carry her away. Way up high on the mountain in the town of Monterey. Shotgun stand in my way, leaving high on the mountain from the town of Monterey. So roll on, roll past your river, I'm gonna swim you today. When I come from a bluegrass darling, come to carry her away. Way up high on the mountain in the town
Casey Johns, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
10 feet away from a jukebox, there's an old wooden stool I call home. At the end of each day, I cash in my pay, and I punch in them old haggard songs. I hear she's made it big in L.A., while in Cleveland I'm still scraping by. But I make enough change off my minimum wage. I always find just enough to get high. Tonight here I am in this barn. I think I'll just stay here and drink. I'll keep playing Silver Wings and Kern River. Gonna turn 'em up till I can't think. I've got nothing left to go home to. It's like I've lost everything in the world, but I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. Bet she's out living the good life, sipping white wine in her black high heel shoes, while I sit here alone, hanging on by a song, shelling out my last few bucks on booze. Yeah, tonight here I am in this barn. Think I'll just stay here and drink. I'll keep playing Silver Wings and Kern River. Gonna turn 'em up till I can't think. Yeah, I've got nothing left to go home to. It's like I lost everything in the world, I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. Yeah, I'll stay alive if a man can survive on peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. On peanuts, cold beer, and Merle.
Those are three of my favorite things: peanuts, cold beer, and Merle. I got a little wasted on a six-pack of Merle about a week ago. That's some good stuff right there. Adam Stone, brand new music right here on the Tim Kelly Show. And how about this next young lady? She is fantastic, and she just got married. Congratulations to my good friend Kay Harper. Her latest single out to radio on the air right now is called Give Me a Sign, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday. Happy wedding day. There's your sign.
3 o'clock in the morning, can't quiet my head. I've got so much going on. I'm worn, I feel half dead, but Mama always said never give up. You're At night, I pray I get some peace of mind. Some peace of mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. For this I pray. New day, new decisions, but I feel like I'm missing a guiding hand to help me on my way. I need to find some strength inside to trust the grand design for my life. Give me a sign I'm doing what's right when I lay down my head. At night, I'll pray I get some peace of mind. Some peace of mind. Oh, yeah. For this I some peace of mind. Oh, yeah. For this I pray. Some peace of mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. For this I pray.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Always dream of hitting the waiting home run. Living in a mansion, flying rockets round the sun. I'd make my mark, doing all the things that legends do. But that all changed the moment I met you. I may never walk in glory or be a hero in some story children tell. When they're handing out their prizes, they can hand them all to someone else. My name may not be found in the halls of world renown, but that's okay. 'Cause I make loving you my greatest claim to fame. When I look in your eyes, I feel just like a king. When you're lying in my arms, I've got more than everything. But it don't bother me if history don't ever know. My love for you was the greatest story never told. their prizes. They can hand them off to someone else. My name may not be found in the halls of world renown, but that's okay. 'Cause I make loving you my greatest claim to fame. Girl, loving you and only you will be my greatest claim to fame.
That is called My Greatest Claim to Fame. The artist is Luke Jallet, I think is how you say that. It is Jaillet, and he is from Nova Scotia, and what a great song. He's got some great country music right there, and great country sound. I love that on the radio, and that's exactly why I can say new country's best. And that is our tagline behind every song that we play, and we're doing a great job of that tonight, aren't we? How about that? 20,000 hearts over here on TikTok Live. Thank you for joining me. Lots of people over here at Tim Kelly on Airs where you can find me hanging out, and you can check out what I'm wearing. I got my Face for Radio on my shirt, and everybody's talking about that right now. But let's play another artist that's making his radio debut tonight on the program. How about Clay Airy? His last name is A-E-R-Y. Check him out. This is called Only One on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on this New Music Friday.
There's only one Mississippi, only one king of rock and roll, and only one brand of whiskey I ain't allowed to drink when I'm alone. There's only one road into my hometown, and the same one gets you out. Yeah, you're the only one that makes my little world go round. The only one who turns it right side up when it's upside down. Yeah, there might be plenty of fish in the sea, oh, but even my heart would agree. Baby, you're the only one, you're the only one for me. There's more than one way to love you, but only one way to love you right. Yeah, that's right. There's more than one way to hold you, but only one way to hold you tight. There might be more than one way to skin a cat, no, but we ain't talking about that. Yeah, you're the only one that makes my little world go round. The only one who turns it right side up when it's upside down. Yeah, there might be plenty of fish in the sea, oh, but even my heart would agree. Baby, you're the only one, you're the only one for me. Yeah, you're the only one that makes my little world go round. The only one who turns it right side up when it's upside down. Yeah, since our first kiss, you've been my cup of tea, oh, but even my heart would agree. Baby, you're the only one, you're the only one for me. Baby, you're the only one for me. Yeah.
knows new country.
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
He was a good man, he just lost his way. Walked away from all he had to run from his mistakes. She got a phone call at 3 a.m. It had been at least a month since she had heard from him. He said, I don't even know why I called. I've made such a mess of it all. And she said, you can always come home when you're tired of that road you're on. And I will help you sort it out. I'll wrap you in my arms. You can always come home. He hung the phone up in that Motel 6. He choked back tears thinking about how it had ever come to this. Turned on the TV to drown out his thoughts. Heard a late night preacher saying Jesus loves us all, no matter how far you've gotten off track. He'll be there to welcome you back, saying you can always come home when you're tired of that road you're on. And I will help you sort it out. I'll wrap you in my arms. Oh, you can always come home. He dropped to his knees. He said, I'm believe. Packed his things up. He couldn't leave that fast enough. But on the interstate, he hoped and he prayed. But she meant every word when she said, you can always come home when you're tired of that road you're on. And I will help you sort it out. I'll wrap you in my arms. Yeah, you can always come home. He was a good man. He just lost his way.
Her name is Karen. It is Karin, Karen Paparelli, and that is called You Can Always Come Home. You are home for your best in new country music right here on the Tim Kelly Show and KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. That is the website. This next gentleman has an interview coming up with me. That's at the bottom of the website. You can check out the date on that and when it's going to happen. He's making his radio debut tonight on this program. His name is Rick. That is R-I-K, Rick Reese. And his band is called The Neon Highway, and the song is called Reasons on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Tell me the reasons why you're going in the middle
country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Taste of your lips on mine led to my rage and hunger, helped us surrender to the flame. Your skin on my skin, my desire consuming. Tried not to fall, but it was way too late. Couldn't help but breathe you in, felt the fire in your soul. I showed you a place that night nobody knows. The magic that I made with you, something that I can't forget. No, I wouldn't change a thing. You're my kind of regret. I gave in to lonely led to you. You rescued me, if only for a night. Hold on to that memory with everything I have. My heart can be convinced it wasn't right. Couldn't help but breathe you in, felt the fire in your soul. I showed you a place that night nobody knows. The magic that I made with you, something that I can't forget. No, I wouldn't change a thing. You're my kind of regret. Couldn't help but breathe you in, felt the fire in your soul. I showed you a place that night nobody knows. The magic that I made with you, something that I can't forget. No, I wouldn't change a thing. You're my kind of regret. No, I wouldn't change a thing. You're my kind of regret.
He is making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. That is called My Kind of Regret. The artist is Jeff Burns, and Jeff Burns Music is where you can find him on social media. Great country music on the radio tonight. This next artist was a special guest on my show last night on a special Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show, and his name is Alan Laney. This is called Hiding from the Truth on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
had a dream last night. It woke me from a restless sleep. There was someone in your arms, and it wasn't me. I was in a cold sweat. There was nothing I could do. Someone else had found your love, while I've been hiding from the truth. Truth is that I'm so in love with you. I've been lying to my heart. I could run to the ends of the earth, but no matter where I go, that's where you are. I was born to be with you. There's no hiding from the truth. I walked the floor till dawn. Couldn't get it off my mind. How could I have been so wrong? Wasted so much time. Now I'm on my way to you. I know what I have to do. I just hope it's not too late to stop hiding from the truth. Truth is that I'm so in love with you. I've been lying to my heart. I could run to the ends of the earth, but no matter where I go, that's where you are. I was born to be with you. There's no hiding from the truth.
Hey y'all, we're the Bennett Hall Band, and you're listening to the Tim.
We love country music. We were headed to the beach our senior year when the driver said, "Hey girls, what you wanna hear?" I got Taylor, Bruno, Beyonce, and Queen. I said, "Mr. Can't you hear the drawling? Or y'all, that music you got won't do it all. Got scuffs on our boots and steel in our hearts. You're the DJ today, now do your part. We wanna hear George and Tammy, Cash and June, and we'll find another right if you don't play it soon. Willie Whalen, Kenny and Hal, you gotta give us country, better do it now. Randy Dolly, Loretta the Judds, that's the kind of music runs through our blood. We love country music. The driver said, "I've got something you'll like," and he shuffled his list and flashed us a smile. Out through the speakers with the lead guitar, the Zeppelin was rocking all over that car. Mister, can't you see the wearing our jeans? We're from Nashville, man, rock and roll ain't our thing. You ought to know before we get too far, the kind of music we love, that steel guitar. We wanna hear George and Tammy, Cash and June, and we'll find another right if you don't play it soon. Willie Whalen, Kenny and Hal, you gotta give us country, better do
They are three talented young ladies that happen to be sisters. They are Kat, they are Presley Hope, and or Presley Rose and Josie Hope. 17, 15, and 12 years young. They make up the Bennett Hall Band, and they love country music just like I do. Thanks for the great radio liner, and thanks for a great radio interview a while back as well. You can check out the interview with the Bennett Hall Band that I did in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab is at the top of the homepage of KICR IndieCountryRadio.com, and you want to be watching it because tonight I'm going to put two more in that archives tab as well, with Kenny Curcio and my good friend Mr. Michael Schott from tonight's show as well. Mr. Trey Calloway's latest single is a great storytelling song. One brother is a sheriff, one brother is an outlaw. It is the ballad of righteous and wrong from Trey Calloway on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Friday.
1839, West Texas cabin by candlelight. A young mother gave birth to two twin boys. Funny how brothers who look just the same could turn out different as night and day. One had a good heart, the other a black empty void. Oh, the blood meets the bone in the whirlwind of the righteous and the wrong. Home from the war spring of 65, the good son struggled to just get by. Lived by himself on a small town deputy's pay. The bad son ran with a gang of foes, doing the things that outlaws do. Horses and whoring and always getting their way. Years went by and a fire grew. Jealousy's all the good son knew. Anger and fortunes that never came his way. Cattle stolen and cattle sold. Crooked games won with the dicey roll. The bad son proved that sometimes crime does pay. Before Christmas was cold and clear, the bad son rode in, not a soul was near. Robbed the Texas State Bank, his saddlebags filled up with gold. The good son caught him just south of town. Both were prepared for the final showdown. One rode away, the other lay lifeless and cold. Newspaper headline on Christmas Day: Red deputy killed, killer gets away. They buried the body wearing that old silver star. Oh, the blood meets the bone in the whirlwind of the righteous and the wrong. There's a man with a beach house in Mexico. How he made his fortune, nobody knows. Spends his days and his nights and his money wild and free. He thinks about Texas from time to time, and the body he left for the town to find. Says, I wonder if they'll figure out it wasn't me. in his chest where that deputy star used to be.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
It was rodeo night at the end of May. He entered in Fort Smith at the old Fort days. He had to borrow money to pay his fee to get in. The purse was $5,000, only if it could win. Sometimes you get bucked off, sometimes you win. But when you're laying on your back, you climb back up and you try it again. Sometimes a low score ride, sometimes a good show. But if you don't get on, you'll never know. And that's why he rides at the rodeo. He put his rigging on and pulled his hat down low, nodded his head one time, and then it was let her go. The first jump out, he knew it wasn't right. A 3-hour drive for a 2-second ride. Sometimes you get bucked off, sometimes you win. But when you're laying on your back, you climb back up and you try it again. Sometimes a low score ride, sometimes a good show. But if you don't get on, you'll never know. That's why he rides at the rodeo. Ain't that just like life? 'Cause you don't ever know what the future might hold, or how far you can go. Sometimes you get bucked off, sometimes you win. But when you're flat on your back, you climb back on and re-ride again. Sometimes a low score ride, sometimes a good show. But if you don't get on, you'll never know. And that's why he rides at the rodeo. And that's why he rides at the rodeo.
There's another great cowboy song for you. That's Why He Rides, or Why He Rides is the title of that one. Kevin Tuckfield, and he's got the Arkansas cowboy ride thing going on. And check him out. He's got a great radio show as well. He's out of Russellville, Arkansas, and making his radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show, playing New Country's best. This next artist is a good friend of mine. He works with some sponsors of the program, Clarksville Creative Sound. He's from Huntington Beach, California, and his name is Ryan Bodine. His latest single out to radio is called Wish Heaven Had a Phone on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best on New Music Friday.
More time to say the things unsaid. I wish I had another shot to get this off of my chest. When you were still here, the words just wouldn't come. Now that you are gone, it slipped right off of my tongue. Sometimes when I'm alone, wish heaven had a phone. When I'm sinking like a stone, wish heaven had a phone. always seemed so strong, never even scared. I was petrified, them words never came out clear. Thought I had more time to show how much I cared. You were here and now you're gone, so much I didn't share. Sometimes when I'm alone, wish heaven had a phone. When I'm sinking like a stone, wish heaven had a phone. Sometimes when I'm alone, wish heaven had a phone. When I'm sinking like a stone, wish heaven had a phone. So afraid of the unknown, wish heaven had a phone.
You are listening to The Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Burning up this highway, 200 miles today, leaving hurts and sodas, heading home. 'Cause pieces of my heart line both sides of the road. Whichever way I go, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place. I was born in Music City, in the glow of neon lights. Miss my family and my old friends. And now I live in Knoxville. It also feels like home. Don't know which way to go. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, between a rock and a hard place. Been looking for my saving grace. Torn between two cities, this life in Tennessee, full of memories and heartaches. Between a rock and a hard place, a rock and a hard place.
Her name is Alicia Harvey, and that is a great tune called Stuck Between. Thanks for sticking with me tonight in a 3-hour show. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. The music was pretty darn good, wasn't it? New Country's Best on the radio tonight. And I want to thank my special guests, Kenny Curcio and young Michael Schott, for being on the program tonight. Be sure to check out those interviews again if you missed them in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives at the top of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me